What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time to go through the paycheck to paycheck budget for the month of November. If you missed my monthly spread video, I will link that up in the eye in the sky. It was a little funny because, you know, I had a little problems with the stickers or whatever, but we're not gonna have that problem in December. I got a couple tips, you know, using tweezers and stuff, so we're gonna do that in December. Also, starting next month, I am going to try a little bit more decorative planning. So I am planning to get the Seasons sticker book starting for the month of December. Something I do want to update you guys on before I start the paycheck to paycheck part, the account balances sticker. Remember, I could not fill this out at first because I have to wait until the very end of my budget. So starting out for my November budget, my checking account always resets at $4,000. If at the end of the month I have less than $4,000, I don't like pull money from savings to get it up to $4,000 or anything. But if there is anything in excess of $4,000, even if I've already sent money to my savings and all of that, whatever's in excess, I do take that out and I do send it to my savings. Now, my sinking funds started at a total of $5,212.73. My emergency fund, $10,221.58. For retirement, like I told you guys in the last video, I do have like $8,000 sitting in an investment account where like I have a broker and all of that good stuff. But this is specifically what my trading account started at for, I guess, this budget. I do remember telling you guys in my last video on Sunday that last week I grew my account by almost 14%, but I did want to also tell you guys that so far since I went live in March, with all the wins and all the losses and stuff like that of me trading my own money, I have grown my account by 57%. That is something that I would not be able to do even in probably the highest risk category by using an investment broker. And this is why I'm so hell-bent on learning the skills to do it myself. So yeah, I did want to update you guys on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the paycheck to paycheck portion. So I have flipped through to my empty page, and in my new planner, if you guys have not watched that video, I will link that up in the eye in the sky. The 2019 planner is a little bit different because I have more notes pages. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing exactly with that yet, but stay tuned because we only got one more month in this particular planner, and that's going to be that. So I'm going to be doing a $3,000 budget for this month. Oh, you know what? We gotta go back, y'all. We gotta go back. So I totally forgot that we have not filled out this page yet. It's gonna be hard for me to do my paycheck to paycheck budget if I ain't even did this part. So let's see. Groceries, we're gonna do $250. Personal household, and I think I did this in permanent. I actually want to do this page in permanent marker, so hold on one second. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase this, and we are gonna go ahead and do this part in permanent. So because we have 5 Fridays in the month of November, I'm going to be using my numbers that I normally use for the 5 Fridays. Personal household for me is one category, so hair products, you know, feminine products, stuff like that. That all comes out of that. Restaurants, we're gonna do $150. Gas, we're gonna do, I want to do $125, but I also kind of want to get my car like completely detailed, like I mean them gut the inside of my car out and all of that. So instead of me doing $125, actually no, I am still just gonna do $125, and we're just gonna make a different category. Usually, like if I have to get something with my car, like a car wash or whatever, I'll keep it all in this category, but I'm actually gonna separate it this time. So shopping is gonna be $125, miscellaneous is gonna be $125, business, we're gonna do $350. This is one of the reasons I hate using permanent marker, but it is what it is. That doesn't happen very often. And then supplements, I'm gonna do 75, or should I go up to 100? No, we're gonna do 75. Okay, so let's see how much our budgeted expenses are. And I noticed that last time there was like the glare from my ring light, but I don't think it's a glare where I have it right now. Okay, so 250, 125, 150, 125, 125, 125. I could have just put 375 in instead, couldn't I? All right, so our total budgeted expenses is gonna be $1325, but what we have to do is we're gonna subtract the 75 and the 350 to see what our weekly budget is, and then we always add this in at the end. So we're gonna go back to the other page. So we're back on this page, and basically what I'm gonna do is our budget is 900. We're gonna divide that by 5 weeks, and that's gonna equal 180 per week. And then we have to make sure that we write in the business expenses. Why did I put bus? All right, business of 350. And then we also have to make sure we write in the supplements of 75. And y'all was gonna let me forget about my car detailing. Ugh, I really be all over the place, don't I? I really do. And I'm thinking it shouldn't cost any more than $100. I don't know why it would cost that much, but I'm just gonna put 100, and then we just gonna change this number to a cool little 4. So now I'm also going to write in the car detailing, and I'm gonna put $100. And that should be that. Okay, cool. So first things first, I am going to go ahead and use some washi. We have 5 weeks, so I'm gonna divide this up into 6 quadrants, because the very last quadrant is where I'm going to kind of write out what I plan to do with my money. So let me get started. All right, so we are done with the washi. And I went ahead and did that off camera because let me tell y'all something. I already let y'all see me struggle with the freaking stickers, okay? Y'all not finna watch me struggle with washi too? I'm not gonna let y'all do it. So, actually, I'm not completely done with the washi yet. Look at that. You see this? You see this? Look, I'm not, All right, y'all, so I'm done for real this time. I did forget to add in the extra line, because up here is where I write in like the budget for like the approximate income for each week. And also I needed to add a second vertical line. For those of you all who are new, you will find out exactly why. Now, normally my cuts of my washi are a lot more like precise, but I did not feel like going to get my debit card out of my room so I can have a precise cut. It's gonna be all right, I promise. Okay, so this very first week, basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down the dates of each of the Fridays. So we're gonna write 11/2, 11/9, 11/16, 11/23, then 11/30. Basically, all of the money that I earn from Saturday to this Friday pays for the expenses from this Friday into the following Thursday. I hope that makes sense. So everything I earn from Saturday to Friday pays for Friday to Thursday. It's the easiest way for me to explain it. So now that I've written out each of the Fridays, I'm gonna write what I believe will be my approximate income for that particular week. And then I put a little box. And basically what that little box is when I calculate all of my income from, again, the Saturday to the Friday, if I earn what I approximated, at least what I earned, or if I earn at least what I approximated, sorry, I'm talking a little too fast, I go ahead and put a check mark. If I earn less than what I approximated, I put an X through it. So we're gonna do $1,500 for this particular week, and then we're gonna do $250 for this particular week. This one we're gonna do $1,000, and then this one I'm just gonna do 0 because I've already taken up the $3,000 with the previous weeks. So like I explained in all of my videos, I do attempt to underestimate my income and overestimate my expenses. And we're gonna do purple this month. If you guys want a more detailed video of like how I do my budgeting, literally from start to finish, like approximating the income, like all of that, then let me know down in the comment section and I can do that for you guys. So the first thing that I'm gonna start off with is always the budget, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget. So I'm just gonna write that in at the beginning of each of the weeks. When you're doing your paycheck to paycheck budgeting, your goal is to, first of all, try to make sure that you don't have any negative weeks. But if you do have negative weeks, try to move things around if you possibly can. If you can't, then you're at least kind of knowing like ahead of time, yo, like this particular week, I need to make sure I'm not spending a lot, because this is a week where I am earning less than what my expenses are going out. I believe that every single person should do a monthly view, and then every single person should also do this paycheck to paycheck view, because it does kind of let you know things ahead of time. So first expense is going to be MailChimp, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write down which week each of my fixed expenses are in, and then at the very end I'm going to basically go and subtract each of these from that particular week's income. And then once I do that, I can add in these extras here. So I do know that one of the business expenses was the renewal of one of my websites. So I'm just going to do renewal here, and that was $25.16. And all right, so I'm just going to finish this part and I'm going to fast forward. So even though you can't be precise on like your budgeted, like when you put your variable expenses in here, you do want to be exact when you put your fixed expenses in. I know that some people will like round this out to 52, round this out to 26, but I honestly believe the more precise you are, the better off you are when it comes to your budget. But again, with certain things like, you know, what you're approximating your groceries and stuff like that to be for the week, I just think that outside of that, you should be very precise. So I'm going to go ahead and start using the green and red pens as we subtract out each expense for the week. Okay, so I'm done with this portion, and as you guys can see, the only negative week I have is this one. If this was something like, okay, so this is my health insurance and I could pay it a little bit early, but sometimes with the insurances, when you pay them early, like then your next auto pay date ends up changing. So I don't want to change this. and this $23 is not gonna like hurt me that bad this particular week. And of course I'm not gonna be able to just buy my groceries and get, you know, stuff like that like the week before. I mean, if it's for that particular week, it's for that particular week. I eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, so it's gonna be no way possible for me to take this week's groceries and buy it in this particular week because the food won't be fresh anymore. So at this point, the only thing that I'm gonna do is put in my supplements, the car detailing, and also the rest of the business portion of it. So I don't expect any more business expenses here. Let's go ahead and put the rest down here, I guess. So I'm just subtracting the $25.16 to see what we have left over for that one. So I'm just gonna write business in here, and we're gonna put the $350. And so let's go ahead and subtract that now. So this also means that I'll be able to fit the car detail and the supplements in here, which is what I want to do. I don't want to get the car done this week coming up, or I guess, yeah, next week, because I still have a trunk full of stuff for me moving, and I've been lazy and I don't feel like hurrying up and getting it out. Like, I don't know when I want to take it out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that here. That's gonna leave us with $317.52. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and write my supplements in here because I did re-up on all of my supplements, I think last week if I'm not mistaken. So I normally don't need to get them until the end of the month. So let's go ahead and do the last little bit. And that's gonna be that. So what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna figure out how much money I have left over after each week and figure out what my approximate surplus is for the month and what I plan to do with that. So I'm actually gonna switch to, let's do blue. So week 1, week 2, week 3, and I actually can check this one off. And really, I can even check that one off too, but I always like to do it like after the money actually comes in. Week 5, and then I'm gonna put a line there. Okay, actually I feel like I should have put this over here. Dang. Well, I know for next time. All right, so week 1 we have the surplus of $70. Week 2 we have $1,233.09. Week 3 we have $8.05. Week 4 we have $242.52. Then week 3 we have negative $203.17. So let's see what that comes out to be. Did I do this right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So that means that we're left with a surplus of $1,350.49. So out of that, what I plan to or want to do with the money, I definitely want to double up on my sinking funds this month. So we're going to do $700 to the tax sinking fund. And that is going to, look, I'm so indecisive of what color to use. So that should leave us with $650.49. And then normally my car sinking fund is $250, but I want to double up, so we're gonna do $500. So that's gonna leave us with $150.49, to which I would end up putting that in my miscellaneous sinking fund. And that will zero us out. So I guess it's kind of like, at this point, I am kind of sort of doing a zero-based budget, I guess. And the only reason I won't keep that in my checking account as a buffer is because if you think about it, if I don't even know how I want to say this, or how I want to explain it. So the reason I don't keep it in my account as a buffer is because if I do that, I'm going to be over $4,000 at the end of the month. So I'm going to have to transfer it anyway. I didn't always do my finances this way. For me, I don't keep just the $200, $300 buffer in my checking account. I've always tried to do 2 to 3 months worth of my expenses, because I feel like when I have the, lower income months, and because things happen, maybe I get sick, I'm not able to work, or whatever the case may be, I want to have that buffer in my checking account to last me for 2 or 3 months before I even have to start touching my savings. And hopefully by that time I've built my checking account back up, if that makes sense. So because I now do that, where I transfer everything in excess of $4,000, it always ends up zeroing out at the end of the month, because if I spend less than I make, I'm always going to have excess of $4,000, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to explain things. So over here, what I do want to do is write out total income is $3,000, and I'm really only doing this to make sure that my math is completely correct. So then over here we have the total expenses for the budget is $900. So that leaves us with $2,100, right? So then if we subtract the other expenses, which is the $350, $75, and the $100, so I'm just gonna write extra expenses is $525. Child, look. So that leaves us with $1,575. So now if we subtract, ooh, that's not right. Where's the extra money left over at? $3,900 minus those. Oh. I know what it is. Okay, so then we have to subtract the fixed expenses. And my fixed expenses are $312.06. So that leaves us with $1262.94. And then we subtract the savings. And that ain't all the way right. How does this happen? Oh, I know exactly how that happened. See, this is why I double check, okay? So the reason why this happened is because I put the whole 350 there and it's supposed to be minus the 2516. This is why I have so many different ways of double checking, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna go back. So this is gonna be 324.84. Which means all of this is thrown off. Another reason why erasable pens are amazeballs. Although sometimes when you're erasing with these pens, it is kind of hard to write over the part that you erased. Okay, so let's go back. 767.52 minus 324.84. 442.68. 342.68. 267.68. So that means it's here. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Wait. How did I get that for that week? Whatever. Oh, duh. Okay, so 267.68. All right, so now I'm gonna have to go back through this portion. So I actually used to have a spreadsheet that I use to kind of do my double checking, but now I don't use the spreadsheet anymore. I really only use that as like a mechanism of continuing to check and double check because I was sending so much money to debt and stuff like that. But now that I don't have as many expenses and stuff like that, it kind of makes no sense to have that particular double checking mechanism when I can just double check this particular way. So I'm still going to end up zeroing out at the end. It's just this number is going to be a little different. I think, right? It should be. So we're going to have $675.65. $175.65. So that means we're gonna send $175.65 out to that one. So now let's see. No, because that's $1375.65. Yo, what is going on? Okay, I'm gonna figure this out and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, y'all, so here's my dilemma and I still have not figured it out, and maybe you can look at this and tell me yourself. Let me do it like this. Okay, so here's the dilemma. When I take the 3,000, okay, my total fixed expenses, like my monthly bills, is $312.06, right? My total budgeted expenses is $900 plus the $525, which is $1,425, which is what we knew. Well, when you subtract all of that from 3,000, you get $1,262.94, right? Cool, bam, whatever. But when I write it out this way, it ends up being $1375.65 left over. So that's the difference of $112.71, and I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. I've literally gotten on my calculator, put 3,000 in, I've subtracted everything in these columns, and guess what? I get this number instead of this number, which is awkward because this checks out to the, it's so weird. Like, it's really, really, really weird. And like, the problem is I'm like a math junkie, like I'm a math whiz. So when numbers don't work out how they're supposed to, it's really frustrating. And I can't like just say, oh, to hell with it, it's good because I'm gonna earn more and I'm gonna spend less anyway. Shit, I forgot what I just did. $7.99 was the last one. Okay, $9.54. $324.84, $1,075, $180, $23.17. Okay, wait. What the hell? 180, 180, 10, 51.75. 11.95, 50, 180, 34.95, 7.99, 9.54, 324.84, 100, 75, 180, 23.17. So when I add up everything that's in these columns, I need an extra sheet of paper. All right. I get 1624.35. If we subtract 3,000 from that, I get 1375.65 left over, which is what's here. So why is it not why is it not checking out here? Because the total expenses would be the 180 times 5. Boom, that's 900, right? Extra expenses is the renewal here, 2516, plus the 324.84, plus the 75, plus the 100, 525. Bam. My fixed expenses, 10, 51.75, 11.95, 50, 34.95, 7.99. I really want to edit most of this out, but I'm gonna keep it in because it's really important that if you hit a fork in the road like this, that you literally take the time to figure out what the issue is, because your numbers have to equal out. No matter which way you do it, these two have to equal out some way, somehow. Okay, so 954, then we have 2317. Ooh, wait, what am I missing? 10, 51.75, 11.95, 50, 34.95, 7.99, 9.54. This is where the discrepancy comes in then, because if that's 199.35 and we subtract the 312.06, that's the 112.71 that I'm missing. Okay, so I have to figure out what the hell is missing. Hold on. Oh, shut up, y'all. Okay, like I said, I would normally cut stuff out like this, but I really think it's so important for y'all to see stuff like this. I'm literally over here driving myself crazy. Like, I know I'm not dumb. Look, I went all the way up to honors calculus at the age of 16, okay? I know how to do math. This is what the problem is. I'm missing a bill. And it's actually my car insurance. Yeah, you guys. All right, my car insurance comes out on the 19th. So we're gonna add that bad boy in right here. Uh-oh. Child. Whew. Jesus. All right, 112.71, which is what I was freaking missing, okay? 805 minus 112.71, so that means that this week is going to be negative 104.66. So we can change this week, and I'm not going to reconcile this because I could pay that up here, but it's honestly no point. You guys, once you get to a certain point of mastering your finances, I mean, if I could move like easy stuff around, I would do it. But when you get to the point where you master your finances, stuff like this doesn't scare you, because look at the surplus. And because of how I do my budgeting, this, like, that ain't gonna bother that, okay? It's just not. Good thing I'm not an overspender. Okay, y'all. So now this is what we gonna do. I was literally over here like, look, I know I'm not dumb. Something is missing. What is it? Okay, now we got it right. So now we have 12.62.94. See what I told you guys about when you erase too many times with these pens? It's hard to like write over it. And looky, that number matches that number. Ugh. Okay, so that means for the miscellaneous, we're not gonna put that much. It's actually going to, oh wait, we gotta subtract all these out. Okay, so we have 562.94, 62.94. We're gonna subtract 62.94, and that's gonna equal out the $0. Okay, the $0. So these added up will end up being 1262.94. And that means we equal out at 0. This is why I hate zero-based budgets. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, from this point on, because I am debt-free and because of the way that I do my checking account at the end of every month, is primarily going to always be a zero-based budget at the end until things say otherwise. And yeah, it's gonna always end up that way, because let's say that out of the budgeted expenses of $900, let's say I only, or let's say the $1,425, I only spend, let's say 1,000 of that, 1,025. So I have a $400 surplus, and then let's say that I earn $1,000 more than $3,000. Now I have a $1,400 surplus, which means my account's going to end at $5,400 at the end of the month. So I'm going to have to take that $1,400 and send it off. So it'll always be a zero-based budget. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really don't hope, well, actually I do hope that you guys enjoy seeing me struggle with the numbers, because this is a part of budgeting that people will hate, and this is the part of budgeting that people will get frustrated and they will quit over. But this is the part of budgeting that is absolutely necessary. If you guys did not see my 1-year budgeting experience video where I gave some pros and cons to budgeting, this is a part that I talked about how it can be time consuming. I think on camera it probably took about 35 minutes to do this, and I even went off camera for like 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, but once it's done, it's done. But this is a necessary part. because guess what? Had I not done this part, I wouldn't have even realized that this part was even wrong. You should always have some part in your budget planning where you do some kind of double check. So like I said before for me, my double check was the spreadsheet, the Excel spreadsheet. So I didn't really need to do this part because my Excel spreadsheet would tell me, okay, you're like, this number is different from what you have on paper, and I could see what was different. Now that I don't have a spreadsheet, this part was a little bit more difficult, you guys, and it just is what it is. But this is the part that I enjoy the most because I enjoy numbers. I enjoy seeing how I plan for my money to work, and then guess what? For that month, I enjoy seeing my money work for me the way that I projected for it to do. So please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with anybody that you know who is looking into budgeting, who might struggle with budgeting, just to show someone that, listen, this person is 100% debt free. She's really good with numbers, and guess what? She just struggled on this budget. Okay, y'all, look, November is a struggle month, honey. I hope it's not struggling for income or nothing like that, or I don't struggle with my expenses, because y'all done seen me struggle with the stickers earlier. I done struggle with this damn washi. Now I done struggle with the numbers, child. Look, y'all might not get a video from me for a whole month. No, I'm just playing. Please like and subscribe, thumbs up this video, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video, okay? I will check y'all out this Friday for the week 1 budget results video. Bye, guys.